everybody. All right, we're on our way to my first mud run of the year. It's March 11th. You guys are probably watching this on the 14th. But either way, real excited. I'll give you an update and some footage and such while I'm racing and running. Hope that sun's not blinding you too much. And I'll check back in with you here in just a few seconds for you guys. 2 hours later. Well, guys, finally finished. We're heading back to the house now. It went pretty well. Sorry if this isn't steady. My arms are kind of tired. And I'll give you more of an update later when I get to rest up a little bit. But I had a lot of fun. I think my time was around 1 hour and 35 or so minutes. They're going to email us the exact times, but that's what they yelled out as I was finishing. So wasn't last, wasn't first. Really enjoyed it though. I recommend other people come out. They're going to do another one probably next month at this same location. And most of the people watching this video are from the Morgan County, North Alabama area. So you should look into signing up. I'll maybe drop a link in the description. Here in just a second, I'll give you my update on everything. Hey again, everybody. It's the second day. This is a Sunday, the day after the mud run. Like I said in the little videos you saw earlier, everything went great. Now that I'm home, here is what the medal looks like. It's just a picture of their logo. I'm also wearing their shirt. Has their website, because it's a jewelry place that actually runs it, oddly enough, and their little logos. And then on the back, a bigger design of what their logo looks like. A ton of the money that they raise for this is actually going to backpacks for kids. And how this program works is they fill a backpack full of a bunch of food. There's like a list that you can get at our local county office and around those kind of places, other county office and school systems. So you get the list, make as many backpacks as you can afford, and you deliver them to them, and they give them to kids to take home during breaks in the year, like spring break's coming up the last week of March for Morgan County, and I think it's a week before that for Lawrence County, which is where this is located. And so they will give those out to kids that are in need of food, and so this way they'll be able to eat during the break and not go hungry. Because unfortunately, even in an area like this, there's a lot of people who the only meals they have all day are breakfast and lunch at the school. So happy for them that they're able to get something during this. I was also proud to contribute to that on top of just getting to race and do all that anyway. Anytime you can do something fun that you enjoy and also add to that by helping someone makes things a lot better. Obviously makes you feel good. And so that was a big plus. Now about the race, started off very similar to the year before. Right by the edge of the fence that's right by the opening of the jewelry store. Ran through that, ran over a couple of mud hills, through some mud puddles, swung around, hit this little wall that was a 50-degree angle or so with wood planks in it, climbed that up, then you climb down the other side, ran a little longer, and then you hit the hill. They call this Devil's Peak or Devil's Mountain. That's actually the nickname for the hill in this area because they say it'll take your soul away. And obviously that's kind of hyperbole, but it really does take your breath away. It was 37 degrees when we started running. It was super cold Saturday. And so running up and down that thing, which is extremely steep, quickly my breath was gone, my chest was burning. That was easily the biggest injury I had during the race, was just the pain in my chest from having to suck in all that cold air and exhale it while I'm climbing up this mountain. So climbed up it, climbed back down. They actually had to include some ropes this year to help you climb up the mountain because it was so muddy and slick because it had rained all of last week. So got up the mountain, got back down the mountain, climbed up another tall, probably about 10-foot wooden ladder structure they had and back down it. Then kept running, went through a couple of mud crawl areas, which are just spots where you have some barbed wire and you just low crawl military style through the mud. Hop up, run again. Then one thing they did this year that was a little different than last year was they had a probably 250 yard trek down the middle of this creek bed. So you have all these rocks and the stream moving constantly and you're just having to navigate through that. I actually had a few people that were around me at that same time and we would help each other. I'd move ahead and get my footing somewhere and then hold my hand out and lead them across, get back ahead of them and do it again all the way through there. Then we circled through the edge of the pond and around it. Originally, the plan was to go through the middle of the pond, but because of all that rain that I mentioned, it went from being about 6 foot deep, which is okay, to being about 10 foot deep,
which is obviously above everybody's heads, which is extremely dangerous, and you don't even want to mess with that. So they cut that whole part out because it's not worth someone drowning just for this event. Circled through there, ran up on a tire wall, which is basically where you had this bunch of tires that were nailed up together where you had to climb up through them and then climb back down on the other side. Ducked up under some stuff, ran up a hill that had tires laid on it, you know, the little military chop thing, and then back down like sports style. Then moved through to this area we're supposed to jump over this tire. It was a beam that had a bunch of tires on it. You're supposed to hit it and bounce over. Once I got through that, then you had a spot where you had to go under, over, under of 3 different beams, run through the rest of the woods, circle over to this balance beam area where you walked across these really long tree trunks to keep your balance. You know, they were up like 2 or 3 feet off the ground, walking across through there, jumped off that, climbed under the road. Actually had bought brand new storm drains just so you could crawl through them. So you had to crawl through those, come out on the other side, go over a 6-foot wall, which I had someone help boost me up with the whole little hand thing, and then climbed over it and had a 4-foot wall, which I was able just to jump. And then we had to run through a creek yet again, trample through that creek a little bit, crawl back under the road, again through these storm drains, really long distance. Actually bloodied my knees up really bad and somehow damaged my wrist. Not really sure when that happened, but at some point they got all, you can kind of maybe see that, I don't know. And then got on the other side, 10-foot wall you had to get over. Then you had to do the monkey bars for a little bit. I didn't go that far on those because by then my grip was shot and I'm kind of fat anyway. So after that you had a mud pit you had to go through. So you had to run over this little mud mound, through the mud pit in the water, back over another mound into a deeper pit, go under the water to cross. There's this log that had in the middle, you had to go under it, and then crawl back over this other mound, and that's where they had your time. So my time this year, they're going to email us our official times, but the time that I'm pretty sure I heard them yell as I was finishing was 1:35, and so it was a lot better than the year before. The year before I was probably around 1:45 to 1:50. Again, I don't remember the exact time, but I'm pretty proud of that considering it was muddier, had a lot more obstacles, and it was way, way, way colder. When I did this thing the first time, it was in July, and the temperature was in the 80s, where, like I said, the starting temperature was around 37, and I'm not exactly sure how warm it was when we got done, but it couldn't have been too much hotter. Luckily, I didn't feel the cold as much after I got done climbing the mountain because, you know, once you get used to it and you're out in it, you kind of go numb and everything like that. And I'm going to leave you guys with a couple of videos that my wife shot of me going through some of these obstacles. You can see how goofy they look. I haven't even watched them yet. I'm actually going to look at them when I edit here in a minute, so hopefully they turn out okay. Well, thanks for watching. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, I would definitely do the Diamond Hollow Mud Run. If you're interested in doing it yourself, the website is right here, Billy Mitchell Jewelry. This takes you to, again, their jewelry website, and from there you can find out more information about the Diamond Hollow Mud Run. I plan on doing another one in maybe a month or two and doing several this year. So keep an eye out for that, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.
Mail for them at night. Sometimes they're pretty close, and they're pretty close too. So we appreciate everybody being here and helping supporting that local charity. This is our 4th time to have a run out here. It's a little bit different than what we had in the summer. It's a whole lot more water and mud. Yeah, perfect. It's gonna be perfect. We do ask that go to your feet that you're comfortable. If you come to an hospital,